Hey everyone, welcome back to the Might and Magic 6 Completionist Run. I hope you're all doing okay. Now, we've got quite a few things to do in this episode, but I'll start out by just recapping what we did in the last episode, which is the extremely... I mean, I don't like to use the term game-changing because it's such a cliche, but what happened in the last episode really did change the game for us because we got Town Portal, we got Lloyd's Beacon, and we got Master Water Magic. And I don't mean to toot my own horn too much, but the way I managed to do that in the last episode is probably the most pro move that I'm gonna make in this entire playthrough, because of the different types of game knowledge that it required to pull it all together. I had to know not only how these two spells work, but how they work at different levels of mastery. I had to know that at skill level 9 with a Lloyd's Beacon cast over here that I would have exactly 9 days, which means I would have just barely enough time to go back to Freehaven, train, come back, and then go to Freehaven again, go to Mist, and then become Master and then come back. And it was timed to perfection. So I'm pretty proud of how well it worked out, even though it might not seem, you know, too interesting watching it played back, but I was happy with the way I was able to pull that off. In this episode, well, there are a few loose ends to tie up. I'm gonna start out by actually going back to New Sorpigal. This is an interesting thing that I'm about to show you. And this is one thing why these spells are so powerful. Right? You really need to expand your mind and think creatively. Don't just think of these as transport spells, although that is what they are, but think about what the implications are when you combine them with other game mechanics. For instance, the fact that we can teleport to New Sorpigal wherever we want, excuse me, whenever we want, and the fact that New Sorpigal has, that's not the one, the fact that, that's not the one, the fact that New Sorpigal has a well that can restore our mana points means that wherever we go, we have an instant escape hatch. And by the way, there's also a well that restores HP. We will have a constant escape hatch to a place that can completely restore us without advancing in-game time or without even paying. The only thing we would pay is the bit of mana when we town portal or Lloyd's Beacon back to where we came from. Now with that done, I'm gonna go to Mist, because there is one thing, if I can remember where this person was.
Good day.
Yeah, okay. I need to give expert spear to
Good show.
Roderick. Okay. Now with that done, are there any other masteries we're waiting on? Flate can wait. Chain can wait. Chain can also wait. Merchant is what we're gonna go for next, but I'm just seeing, is there anything else we need to do? Okay, no. So now, the time... I'm gonna keep the save. The time has come to go to Silver Cove. Actually, before I go to Silver Cove... no, it's too late in the day, is it? To go to the,
I think it's closed.
Yeah, it closes at 2 p.m. So anyway, we're gonna go to Silver Cove. This is the first time in the game we're going there. And this is a town with all the usual things you'd expect from a town. Including, if you'll notice from the map, 2 blue dots close to each other. Usually signifies horseshoes to be picked up. And as we saw in the last episode, horseshoes are very important. In fact, they are arguably the MVP of the pro, move that I made. Because without the horseshoes, we wouldn't have been able to give Master Water Magic to Zoltan. But why else am I here? Well, let me just pull up the map that I have. We need to find the Master Merchant Trainer, who is somewhere in here, and he is, I believe, to the south. Somewhere in this general vicinity. Let's see if we can figure out where this person
Hello,
is.
how are you?
We don't need a horseman.
Hello, how are you?
We don't need you. Is it this guy maybe?
Hello.
Nope. Where? Oh boy.
Hello, how are you?
Hang. Can I?
Hello.
Let's join
Thank you.
this guild while we're here.
Hello.
I don't even know if we're gonna need anything from there, but you know,
Hello.
part of my completionist urge compels me to join anything and everything that I possibly can. Now, where is this guy? Is he here? Is this him?
Hello.
Here he is. Okay. Now, when I spoke about merchant in, I think, the last video or the video before that, I misspoke a little bit. I said you needed 10 ranks to become master. You don't. You only need 7 ranks. That said, I do need to put at least 10 ranks in the skill for another reason that I'll tell you as soon as we do get the Master Merchant rank. But for now, you might have noticed that he said he can't train us unless we have a certain level of personality. And we don't have 30 personality on Serena right now. I'll just show you. She has 16. Now, does that mean we can't train in Expert or Master Merchant just yet? Actually, no. We can, because also in this town, close to the north, somewhere here, is going to be a well. In this general area, maybe, okay, yeah, here. Let me save the game here now. That gives you plus 20 temporary intellect and personality. And even though it's only temporary, it still counts for the purpose of stat requirements with things like these. Are there any barrels by the docks? Nope, it doesn't look like it. So, with that little boost, we can now go back
Hello.
and become a master and merchant, which costs a lot. But it is worth it, because now, sadly it's too late to actually show you this when we go to a shop, but now the prices that we will buy and sell at, let me just...
I think it's closed.
Yeah, closed? Oh, it only just closed. But yeah, now the prices that we can buy and sell at are very close to their actual prices. Not quite exactly at the item price, but close. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cast Fly, and I'm gonna town portal back to New Sorpigal to do the same thing that I did. If I could remember which of these is the... Okay, so the well isn't unlimited. It does run out after a while. But what we can do if the well runs out is we can go here.
Can we assist you?
And for a trivial amount of gold, we can
Luck be with you.
get all our spell points back. In other temples, you will have to pay a lot more, even if all you're doing is restoring your spell points or hit points. So this is our other way to instantly recover no matter where we are, either through the wells or through the temple. With that done, let's go back to Mist with the fly spell active. By the way, fly, it lasts 10 minutes per point of skill, and with the amount of skill that Alexis has at level 9, it's 19 minutes of in-game time, which is a lot. Now, I've actually gone to the wrong place. I would need to go to Silver Cove, and that's okay. Now let's fly, and I'm going to show you something. There are... By the way, this is another one of those towns with a tower which is going to be shooting at us, so I'm going to be keeping that in mind while I do this. In this, it's... they're hard to see because they're far away, but there is a new enemy type. I'm not going to be fighting these because the Diamond Gargoyle has a lot of health and can only be damaged with the elemental magic, or they're immune to physical. So we'll have the same problem with them that we did with the slimes, and just generally it's going to be a big issue. But what I can show you is, it's hard to see, but over there is a chest. What you can do with the telekinesis spell is you can actually interact with objects at long range. Now, I'm going to show you something. I guess I might as well make another save. Is that once you've triggered the trap, it essentially counts as opening the chest in the sense that the item arrangements will be set at that point. So if I load this save, which is after we triggered the trap, and I cast telekinesis again, the items are in the exact same arrangement. I can show you this a third time, and you can confirm they are in the same places as they were before. And this is why I won't be using this trick when I'm in high level areas like Paradise Valley and Dragon Sand, because with telekinesis it would be very hard to do the thing of opening the chest multiple times to see what's inside. Because what I would have to do is I would have to cast it twice for each time I want to check the different arrangements. Meaning, if I wanted to get a different arrangement of items, I would have to reload from before I cast it, and it's just a long slog, a long hassle, and it's much better to be actually next to the chest with someone who can disarm the trap and open it in one fell swoop that way. Now, what else am I doing? Well, there are a couple other chests inside Silver Cove that I want to get to before I do the thing that this episode is actually about, which is clearing the New Sorpigal exterior. But before I do, I'm gonna go back to New Sorpigal, and we're gonna get our spell points back again.
Can we assist you?
It's
Luck be with
not
you.
at all a large amount of money. We get more than that in a single pile of gold. And in future episodes, once we have more levels... Actually, oh no, we can't go to the town hall because it's too late. I was gonna go to Frank Fairchild and show him the thing that we've been meaning to show him. Let's go to Silver Cove, and now... let's cast Fly again. Oh god, we're already gonna have to do this, but it's okay, it's not two owners of a thing.
Can we assist you?
Let's heal again. We have two other chests in Silver Cove that we're gonna cheese using telekinesis. Let's make sure we go to the right place. And let's make sure I know where I'm going. So they're in the north. And they are guarded by yet another new enemy type. Which, I'm not too keen to engage in combat right now because they are all ranged enemies. Okay, we got hit by something. Was it a new enemy or was it... I think that was a fireball from the tower. Alright, so before it gets too dark, let me save the game here and see where in this camp these chests are. So one of them is there, one of them is there. It is getting a bit dark, but I think I should be able to do this. Telekinesis. Once to trigger the trap. And go back. Go back. Let Serena get her turn back, and now once again, well, let's trigger the other chest so that we can open them both. Moving back and forth to avoid any of the projectiles. Let's open this. What do we get? An okay sword. Interesting chainmail. I guess you can hold on to that for now. And last one, I think we might actually not have enough spell points to open it. But if so, that's okay, because... yeah. We're gonna have to go back to New Sorpigal. By the way, if you're in real-time mode and you town portal back, while we're at it, we might as well cast Fly again. And you town portal back, when you're on the town portal screen, enemies will be able to hit you.
Luck be with you.
So just something to bear in mind. Now we have to go back to Mist. Oh, no, it's Silver Cove. I keep getting these two confused for some reason. Alright. Now we have to go back to the place. Oh, it's getting dark. And it's a little bit too dark. I'm not going to be able to see the chest easily.
I suppose you'll be wanting service.
So I'm going to
Don't mind the rats.
rest for the night. And now we have the other problem that now it's misty, so that reduces our visibility, but all we need to do is get close enough to where the chest is in sight and cast telekinesis and then run. Of course, I have the added problem now of I have to remember which of these chests I even opened before, so I think... fortunately, when you're in the telekinesis screen, the game does pause, so I think this one... nope. Nope, that was not the one. Taking a couple hits. Marble gargoyles are harassing us, but that's okay. Is it in range? Yes, it is. Right there, a bit hard to see. But okay, we see the chest, we can take that. We can identify a few rings.
I don't know.
We can pick up some gold. And this. Okay, now we are fine. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go back to the town. Am I going towards the town? Yes. By the way, this here, I believe, is the location for the lord of this place, Loretta Fleece. But I'm not gonna go there right now because there are gargoyles right outside. I do not want to deal with that. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what our higher
How you doing? How you doing?
merchant skill does for us. So we now get a much better price. It's close enough to the 6,000 that I will sell it because I do want to free up inventory space. But as you can see, even though we're masters in merchant,
Come back soon.
we do still need to put a few more points into the skill before it gives us the maximum skill benefit. And also while we're here, let's...
I think it's closed.
This isn't open right now. There are a couple other things that I need to look at. So, in this place, there are a couple of fountains. And they are fortunately pretty close. Close enough that I'm not gonna fly, I'm just gonna walk around, and I'm gonna cast Water Walk. And these ones will raise our accuracy and speed. Now speed we already did earlier on in the game, but as you can see, some of us do still need accuracy. Notably, everyone except Alexis. So I think this is the accuracy fountain. Yes. So now you can't drink anymore, but you should be able to drink twice. And you should be able to drink twice. Okay, now that's gonna make us a little bit more, you know, a bit more accurate. We shouldn't miss quite as often with regular attacks. The last thing I want to do before I leave Mist and go back to New Sorpigal is to go to the city hall, the town hall, and see what the bounty is.
I could use your services.
Bounty hunt right now is on a cannibal. That's doable because cannibals are found in Bootleg Bay and we will be going there soon. Let's also quickly check the bounty in Mist. Because now that we have
got a job for you.
access, Blue Dragon we're not going to be fighting for a long time. Let's now check the bounty in New Sorpigal. Now that we have access to all of the town halls, I will be checking the bounties regularly.
I need your help.
Let's talk to Janice. Bounty is on a cut purse. If only we had gotten to her before we cleared Mist. I don't even know if there are cut purses anywhere else in the game. Actually, no, I think you do find them in a couple of dungeons. What else we can do is we can talk to Fairchild about the Shadow Guild. He gives us a lot of gold. And Anthony Stone will want to hear about this. So this little quest chain is continuing. Alright. And actually no, I think this quest chain has ended because he says that he'll present this letter. But I'm sure we can talk to Anthony Stone ourselves as well and we can train to the next level. But before we do, now finally the time has come to clear the New Sorpigal
Can we assist
exterior. And the way I'm gonna do this is I will start out by clearing the areas that I had already done before. You know, including these guys, including the goblin camp over there, including, well, I'll show you on the map, including the goblin camp over there. There were a bunch of mages over here. There were a bunch of goblins outside the Goblin Watch Fort area. I'll clear all of these, and then I will come back to you and show you the new areas that we can now access with Water Walk and Fly, alright? So putting this video on pause while I do all of that. And if I find any interesting items, I'll show them to you. So yeah, I'm putting it on pause now. See you in a bit. Taking the video off pause just to show you that this chest had a club, which I'm gonna throw on the ground. Alright, back on pause. Alright, taking the video off pause just to show you that this part has been cleared again. I'm not actually gonna loot the bodies of the mages because they don't give that much gold, and they tend to drop a lot of low-level staffs that very quickly fill up your inventory, and I don't want to have to throw all of them out. I guess while I'm here I could show you what's inside these chests. I am now instituting the rule where I will only be picking up items worth minimum 100 gold. And I can also show you I found some alchemy ingredients. I found a potion of restoration. And this is actually from a couple videos ago, but I don't think I showed Roderick getting this. But this phantom cloak was from the body of one of the mages back in Freehaven. So that's from a couple episodes ago. Yeah, I guess let's brew another potion.
Success.
And we're getting our mana potions back to the level that they should be.
Aha!
Awaken.
I can't learn that.
Aha!
Yes. We can sell it rather than just holding on to it forever. Yeah, I'll take that as well.
Aha!
And yeah, okay, sure. Although it does take up a lot of space. Right, so one last place to clear out, and that's the place close to Goblin Watch. So I'll put this video back on pause, and I'll be back once that's done. Like, taking this video off pause because I'm not sure if I showed this, but remember back in the beginning of the game when we came here, this, it's called a house, but I guess it's really a guard post. On top, like on the upper level of Goblin Watch, was occupied by a goblin. Now that we've completed the quest, it's got a human inside. Samson Tess the Guard. And he is pretty happy that there aren't any goblins to bother him, although, as you can see, the outside has reset. So there are some goblins there. But they are dealt with. And I believe that's almost all of them. There are a few more along this area, but I'll just... Oh my god, that was a terrible amount of falling damage to take. And that's, again, one thing to be mindful of, given the way falling damage works, coupled with how the terrain is sloped. If you're moving too fast and the elevation changes too quickly, you will take falling damage. Alright. What's inside this? Bunch of garbage. And what's inside this? More garbage. Okay. Okay. What I'm gonna do now is, since there's a lot of nonsense that I need to sell, I'm gonna put the video back on pause. I'll heal up a little bit, and then once all of that is dealt with, we will start moving off this mainland and seeing what else we can find in this region. Alright, I'll see you shortly. Alright, putting things off pause just to finish the last bit of selling. I actually rested at the inn for a day because it was too late to do anything with this shop. It closes a bit early, and yeah, of course I'll buy another one of these. And
Thanks. Come again.
do another. I guess we'll do
Success.
one of these potions. And in a couple episodes, we do have to start doing alchemy, and we have to start using up some of these potions. Because that is taking up a lot of space. But I've been putting it off just because of how tedious it is. But it is a thing that needs to be done, but not necessarily right now. For now, what we want to do is... we want to... you know, like... certain religious figures that I'm not going to name. We want to walk on water. Let's just keep walking, you know, see what we find. Oh, what's this? There's... a thing over here. Interesting. I believe this is where the obelisk for the town is. I'm not gonna... excuse me. I'm trying to shimmy my way up. If that is indeed the obelisk, I'm not gonna activate it yet. But let's just see what these two dots close to it are. Indeed, it's the obelisk. And what do we see? Excuse me. Let's go down, go down, go down. What do we see down here? There are two more horseshoes here. I knew these were here, and if I had been a bit more efficient, I could have gotten to these, but I didn't want to go to Freehaven or Mist too early and come back with Water Walk just to get these two. So we missed out on a couple of skill points, but it's not that big of a deal. We do still have spare horseshoes lying around. And this is taking a bit long, but we're finally over it. Let's go down carefully, not to take any more falling damage. By the way, Water Walk for us lasts 11 hours because, well, it lasts 12 hours. And one of those hours has gone by. The reason it has such a long duration is because, as a master in water magic, Zoltan gets the maximum duration per skill point. Next, we want to go this way. And we're just going to preemptively cast Bless, because these next few islands will have enemies. I think one of them might even be a situation where enemies will spawn in. This might actually be that place. I'm just gonna save. Let's walk. Let's just see what happens. Nothing too exciting yet, but what happens if we get close to this? Nothing. Save again. Let's touch this, and now enemies have spawned. So let's reposition, because I don't like being surrounded. And these enemies are all high-level goblins. I think some of them in the back might be mages. But yeah. Bit of a nasty fight. Because this is gonna take a while to clear, I'm gonna do this off-screen and I'll be back when these guys are all dealt with, right? So I'll see you in a bit. Taking things off pause just to demonstrate my tactic for getting myself out of trouble. As you can see, we've taken a bit of damage. So what I'll do now is, this is very lazy because it's within the same region, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a Lloyd's Beacon. Let's wait for Zoltan to... okay. Let's wait for Zoltan to recover. Now let's town portal back to New Sorpigal. Let's heal Serena just so we pay a little bit less in healing costs. Going here, I will pay the 10 gold per character to heal. And having healed, I'm just gonna recall my beacon. You gotta be careful not to accidentally set a beacon when you're trying to recall, because that will, of course, overwrite it, and you don't want that to happen. And I'm gonna go back to clearing these guys out, because that is gonna be a bit of a tedious process. So I'll see you shortly. Alright, finally down. These guys I will loot, because it's a decent amount of gold, and if they do drop staves, these mages should drop ones that are at least worth more. Oh, and sometimes they even drop other useful things. And we're back up to a respectable amount of mana potions. Although we are past the point where we will actually be using them to regain mana. Now they are purely there for alchemy purposes. And now we got a staff.
I don't know.
This one's garbage, I'm just gonna throw it. And as you can see, our gold is getting pretty respectable once again. Despite everything we've had to spend, all the spells we've had to buy, the skill training we've had to do, the level training as well, which is becoming expensive as well. We're maintaining a healthy, you know, balance of like our budget situation is pretty good. What do we have? There, I guess that can go to you.
Aha!
This I can sell. And this one.
Got it.
Can sell that. Sell that. I'll pick up one of these, I guess. You can wear that because it's a little bit better. You can wear this, and you can sell that. Okay. And who's in this house?
Hello.
It's a healer. We could hire that person if we wanted, but we don't really need it.
Hello.
There's a scholar, which we could hire, but again, not too interested in hiring anyone just yet. What I'm gonna do quickly is I'm gonna town portal back and run and do some more healing at the temple, because we're not done with this place.
Can we assist you?
There are a couple of other islands, or at least one other island.
Be with you.
When Alexis is master at air magic, we'll be using fly exclusively, but because right now her spell doesn't last that long, we're accessing places mainly through water walk. And we need to be going east. So I'll just be following the coast. That way, if there are enemies that I missed, I can catch them. I'm pretty sure I cleared everyone, though. There are a couple of bodies that I didn't loot, but I'm not too worried about that. Okay, is this the island that we've already seen? Yep. So we need to keep going. We need to keep going. I'm sure we're gonna see something soon. And here we have a more diverse collection of enemies. They're not all high level. I've saved, right? Let me save. So I should be able to fight these normally. But having said that, it is going to be annoying enough that I will off-screen this, and I'll be back with you once this island is clear, right? Because you've seen me fight goblins, you've seen me fight mages, nothing special. So I'll be back once we have this island under control, right? See you in a bit. Alright, these guys are dealt with, and as you can see, there were quite a few high-level guys.
Got it.
They were able to do a decent amount of damage, but was not an issue in the end. We took them down. What was the point of all this? Well, you might have remembered that we are on a pilgrimage. We talked to the seer when we were last in the Castle Iron Fist region, and he said we should go to the Shrine of Luck, and I said I would let you know by the next video whether that's something we would do right now or not. Like, if the shrine was in a super endgame area, then I would leave it alone. If it was in an area that we could go to without too much trouble, then I would do it. And as it turns out, the Shrine of Luck is here. At least I hope this is the correct pilgrimage. We'll find out. Indeed it is. We all got 10 luck. That's important for Alexis because it now puts her at only -10 with the penalty she's had due to the relic. And this, I'm pretty sure, is every single island in the new Sorpigal area. So what I'm gonna do now
Good
is...
day.
By the way, this guy can also teach you to become a water magic expert. And also, by the way, I didn't point this
Good
out,
day.
but the master who we spoke to for Zoltan to get his skill to the next rank, his name is Harper Collins, which is hilarious. Oh, looks like there is another small island. Is there some point to this? I'll look this up. But it doesn't seem like there is anything of note. By the way, Garrick's Forge is on this island. We won't be doing that for a while. So what I'm gonna do now is, since we do have to train, I'm gonna go to Mist. And I'm gonna save my game as I do. Yeah, I'll save here, why not? And
Back for another lesson.
let's train.
Good job.
We can gain 2 levels each,
Good job.
which is
Good job. Good job.
good. What do I want to do now? I think it's time to start getting fire magic up. Yeah. Just put all your skill points into that. For you, merchant, at least 1 more rank, possibly 2 more. You are gonna keep on raising air magic until it hits 12. You are gonna take your spirit to expert, and with that done, I think it's time to start raising spirit magic. We want our bless and our heroism stronger. And we are now in July. Let's just see. Yeah, I'll save over there, why not? Let's just pause and reflect on what we've done and what we need to do now. So we've cleared out most of the quests, most of the low-level quests in the early areas, and we're slowly getting into more challenging, higher-level spells. We haven't yet set foot into one of the truly high-level areas. We haven't gone into Blackshire, Dragon Sand, Paradise Valley. We haven't even gone into Whitecap yet, but that is something to consider because we do want to promote Alexis fairly quickly to raise her mana point cap. Because as the person in our party who for now is going to be casting Fly and Starburst, she needs a lot of mana. That's a priority, but I think before we do all of that, we're probably going to go to Bootleg Bay, because it's the last kind of low-level area to do, and there are some relatively straightforward quests that we could finish while we're there to gain a few more levels, and each level we gain helps us out, because, you know, we're still getting our skills in order. So I think that's gonna be the plan going forward, and we'll see how it goes. You know, there's always room for a bit of improvisation. In this game, you don't have to follow a set path, but it's nice to have a general idea of where you're going. So with all of that said, I thank you for watching. This has been a bit more of a relaxed episode. No stressful combat, just easy enemies, easy area. In fact, most of it was in the very first zone in the game. So I hope it was relaxing for you as well. And I hope you have a great day. I'll join you in the next episode. So until then, take care.